Good evening, tubers. Matt and Roy back once again. Got the two kitties in here with me, and yeah, they're okay. They're just kind of fighting with each other. Let's see who we got here. Stephen Barber, I-386, George Blakely, the usual suspects. For watchers, I figured it'd be a little slow tonight, especially considering it's Saturday and everybody's probably got plans. Don't we get started with an update on the PT Cruiser, or as I'm going to affectionately start calling it, the PT Loser, because every time we do something else, I lose a little bit more out of my wallet. So let's see, where have we gotten so far? Today, we did the oil change with Prolong, and I absolutely love Prolong. We did that in the PT Cruiser and my mom's Lincoln Town car. Prolong is such a good oil additive. We also worked on the taillights. Now, unfortunately, the taillights were not fixable. Both taillights had broken clips on the top. So I've had to order two new ones off of eBay. Hopefully those will get here in a few days. Basically, the way the PT Cruiser taillight works, there's like a little notch that goes up to the top, and that slides underneath the actual body. And then there's one bolt that actually keeps it held in that's on the bottom. And those were both broken. Even the bolt holes were broken. So that was an issue. We're going to wait for those to come in, see what else we do today. I replaced the speaker in the driver's side door. I'm not going to do the passenger one right now because it really doesn't need it, and I really don't feel like taking that door panel off unnecessarily, I should say. We did also fix an unknown issue. We got it up on the lift when we did the oil change, and everything underneath looked pretty good. Tire rod ends, the bushings, everything looked good. The one issue we had were the sway bar bushings on the driver's side. The bolt had sheared off, so I had to get a sway bar kit. And we went ahead and I actually had Dad and I together. I did most of the work. We put that on. So now the suspension is totally ready on there. There's no issues with the suspension. We also put on the new hubcaps and rotated the tires. So we did a good day's work on that vehicle. Things that are left to do. We have to put the door panel back on the driver's side door. Monday, we have somebody coming to replace the windshield, the front windshield, which I will show that in another video. But it's just been one thing after another. The windshield got broken. I'll tell you the story real quick. My dad the other night was working on the PT Cruiser, looking at repairing the lock in the door. It got really, really late. It was starting to get dark, and he wanted to move it back from the grass onto the sidewalk near our garage. And as he was moving it, he had tools all on the floor, and he tried to reach for the brake, and he couldn't. And he actually shut it off because he wanted to make sure that it stopped rolling. Well, it didn't stop soon enough, and it actually rolled into the fifth wheel hitch on our trailer and busted the windshield out. So everybody's fine. He's fine. He's actually going to get that replaced. I called, and it's about $170, $180. So that'll be done on Monday. But I'm telling you, if you guys are thinking about buying a second vehicle, think twice, because it costs a lot of money. I don't care what it is. It's going to cost a heck of a lot of money. I'm still staying optimistic, though. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. We still have to get the mechanical issues, mainly with the airbags, sorted out, and hopefully that'll be it. So I'll keep you guys updated. Probably have another update video on the PT Cruiser in a day or two. Ruben said I earned a like. Thank you very much. Andre Mallory spots a few red Alvins in my room. I got quite a few. I got 3 over there. I got 1 on top of the speaker right there. And I got one right over there, and then I got a whole bunch on the shelf over there. Yeah, you guys know I'm a big Alvin and the Chipmunks collector. No, there were no garage sales today. The weather was absolutely horrible this morning. It was rainy, cold, in the 40s, and it's going to be the same thing tonight. As a matter of fact, probably going to go pop my infrared heater on so I can be all nice and toasty when I'm laying in the bed tonight. I386 says, save your receipts in case you decide to sell it. You can try to get your money back. It's a good point. I've saved most of the receipts. A lot of things I'm buying are on eBay, so I'll have to print those out. I really hope I don't have to sell it on, because even though she's not the prettiest vehicle, I really wanted a PT Cruiser again, and I still think this is a good candidate. Engine and transmission are solid. It's just the little things that need to be fixed up. Charlie, you are always getting other new laptops, so you should do a video about them, man. I really want to see your videos. Put one up. 47 in Pasadena. It's 72 now. Wow, that's a big swing in temperature. I don't even think we got that cold today. Baxter is, I think, in the chair. Let's see. Oh, yeah. There he is. There's Baxter. Want to say hi, Baxter? Say hi to everybody on YouTube. What you doing, Baxty? Uh-oh, and we have a suck-up Milo here. So I got Baxter there and Milo in my arms. Come on, give me some likes. A super chat would be nice, but at least give me a like. Isn't he cute? Isn't that a pretty kitty? Good boy, Milo. What a pretty guy. What a good boy. Good boy, Milo. See, Stephen Barber says hi to you. Says to hi to Milo and Baxter. Eric's here. Better slightly late than never. That's what I always say. Lately, I'm never on time. Time doesn't really mean too much to me. Let me try to move over here a little bit. You good boy. You good boy, Milo. He knows that he's on camera and he doesn't like it. It's like when they look in a mirror and they don't like it. It's the same principle here. Baxter seems content, though. I386 says hello. Say hi back, Milo. Say hi. Look. Say hi, Milo. Say hi, baby. Say hi. Okay. Gotta put him down. He does not want to be held right now. Yeah, the fuzzy boys are doing fine. They're all back there. I'm just really tired again tonight. I did let me see. Let me give you guys an idea. I think I did about 25,000 steps. Plus, I did tons of work on my PT Cruiser. 24,503. I'll probably get 25,000 before the night's up. That's 12.37 miles, average speed of 3.3 miles per hour, and a little over 1,500 calories burned. I think I've earned a good night's sleep tonight. What do you guys think? Yeah, itchy here. I think I got to shave. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the temperatures. I know in Central Virginia it's been really cold, but down here we've had very few cold nights, and the days have been like in the 60s and 70s. I wore pants for the first time today. Before then, I was literally wearing shorts. Low FPS for Max O'Neill. Oh, at least you broke 10. That's something. At least that's watchable. Yeah, I watch Corey Holzman sometimes. His humor is a little dry for my taste, but he knows his stuff. He's really good. St. Andrew, what kind of music do you listen to? I listen to everything. One of my favorite musicians is Joni Mitchell. Pretty much she's folk music, jazz. She does a little bit of everything. I also like Crash Test Dummies. A lot of my Canadian viewers probably know who they are. A little bit of everything except for rap and most country. I'm not a big fan of rap or country music. Ooh, no, not a big Neil Diamond fan. You know what? I, I think he's a cool guy. I'm just not a big fan of his music personally. That's good, Eric. I'm glad to hear you had safe travels. I would hope so in that brand new truck of yours. I would think that should give you many, many years of good service. Hopefully with just maintenance and very little repair costs. Yes, I-386. I do like Garth Brooks. That him and Reba McEntire are probably the only exceptions. But most other country music, I could just take or leave. I can tolerate it, but it's not like I go out of my way to listen to it. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. We got a $10 super chat from Hired Gun. Thank you very much. Like, I don't know if you guys heard before, but a lot of these are probably going to go to putting do the repair costs for the PT Cruiser for now. That way, I could give you guys videos on that. Probably when that's on the road, I want to take that up to Sonic one day and get some ice cream. That's my thing because I remember. I'm gonna tell you a story. I love this. One of the reasons I wanted another PT Cruiser is I had one back during a very, very happy time in my life when I was working at our local Sonic Drive-In between 2002 2006. I think it was around 2004 I got the PT Cruiser, and then I subsequently got rid of it in 2006. And the only reason I got rid of it is because it was a stick shift, 5C manual. And at the time, I was close to 400 pounds, and I had a very hard time driving that in traffic. My knee would start to lock up because of all the weight. It was putting stress on my joints. And I'm kind of trying to relive that now. I think it'd be nice to drive it around, take it to places I remember going to when I was, just out of high school, entering college. And, I'm kind of nostalgic for it. And yes, it's never going to be as nice as my original PT Cruiser, but just to be able to take it out for a drive once in a while, and of course use it to do Amazon deliveries would really make my year, honestly. I don't know if I can do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in Garth Brooks' voice. No, I can't do it. I can't sing country. I honestly cannot sing country. Jonathan Grindle, well, I figured out what car I want for my first car, a Dodge Dart Limited 2013. Going to be pricey, but it's a sweet car. I know they have some issues with the transmissions in those. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was one of the ones that has the CVT transmission. Just be careful. You're better off getting a manual if you can. Hired Guns Gotta Run. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Good luck. When you got auditioning a new drummer tonight, that'd be awesome. If you ever put any of your music on YouTube, send me a link to it. I'd like to hear that. Okay, 13K is not that bad. I mean, I paid close to that for my van, so yeah, that's not bad. Can only drive an automatic. Learn a stick shift. It really isn't that hard. And if you're not like me, and at the time when I was really heavy, it can be a lot of fun and it's a huge gas saver. I-386 says, I like old classic country and old rock and roll. I love old rock and roll. Just take those old records off the shelf. I sit and listen to them by myself. The same music, today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time of rock and roll. Hey! The Doobie Brothers. You want to know something funny? We were just listening to them in the car. I have a cassette of the best of the Doobie Brothers, and that's what we're listening to when we were driving today. Small world. That's interesting. I'm going to read this that Eric Brunhammer said. Actually, the Dart is the cheap one, and the transmission should have been replaced already since the original ones don't last longer than 900 miles. Yeah, I remember them having issues with those. So be very careful. If you do get a used one, make sure it's already had that work done. Charlie Lipinski has a stick shift Ford F-250. Man, if I ever come up your way, Charlie, I hope you'll let me take a ride in that. I'd love to drive that because my dad had a 1978 Ford F-250 4-speed, and I remember how much fun that was to drive. Plows, the snow on the in wintertime, I'll bet they're great for that. 18 watchers, 6 likes. I need some more likes. Come on, let's get some more likes here. I know you guys got to be liking this. What you doing, Milo? Baxter's just chilling here. I can't believe him. You good boy, Bax. Yeah, you blink those eyes. It's one thing, you know how you know a cat's very content? They'll just sit there and kind of do this. They'll blink their eyes ever so slowly. Just like that. That tells you that they're very happy. Good boy, Bax. I might try to bring him over here in a minute and see if he'll let me hold him in my arms. It's not road legal. It's a farm truck. Okay, yeah. I mean, we got to have farm trucks. I know my buddy Tyler has quite a few. Ruben says, "Hey Matt, what is the best way to refurbish a laptop? Buy a refurbished laptop. I'm dead serious because other than replacing the hard drive, the memory, and maybe the screen on certain laptops, everything else is really hard to work on usually, especially modern laptops, to where you literally have to take the entire case apart sometimes to get to the motherboard. Yeah, I would buy a refurbished one, unless you want to play around with it. If it's something you buy really cheap and you don't mind messing up, then yeah, go ahead. But if it's going to be your laptop that you use every day, get a refurbished one, something that someone's already done, or buy a new one. That would probably be my best bet. Remember, Black Friday's coming up really soon. They have great deals on laptops, especially during Black Friday. Jonathan Grindle, Matt, do you take requests for videos? Because I was wondering if you can do a tour of your hi-fi setup. Yeah, I can do that. It'll have to be in maybe in a couple of days when I get some extra time. Right now, I'll be honest with you, doing these live streams every night is a little bit of a struggle, taking an hour out of my day to do this. But I want to do it for you guys because you guys really enjoy this, and hopefully get some information out there. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you guys being patient with me. I've had some people that are like, "No, I want you to do that now. How come you haven't done that video yet?" Well, problem is, if I did a video for if I did a video for every request that I got, that's probably all I would be doing. And I try to pick the ones that I think are going to have a wide audience appeal, and those are the ones that I usually do videos on. So if you want to request a video, request it on something that you think. Alan Parsons, Eye in the Sky. I do remember that. I think I actually have an Alan Parsons Project record. I may even have one of their original 8 tracks, believe it or not. It would be buried in that closet back there somewhere. You chillaxing, Baxt? He's looking at Milo on the floor, who's just kind of cleaning himself right now. You being a good boy? Chill out, Baxt. Eric Brunhammer said, I'm kind of spiteful. If someone nags me about doing a video, I will make them wait. LOL. Yeah, I can believe that. I'd only be half kidding because I've had people that just keep asking and asking and asking. And I'm like, I'm trying. I'm one person. You know, if I had a team of people helping me do these videos, then heck, I get it. I get tons of them out. How goes the Epson printer for your photos? Yeah, it's not great. I like using if I'm printing out 4x6 photos, I usually use the HP portables. That Epson Workforce up there, I got that on Black Friday last year. I paid like $40 for it. I think I'll be lucky to get another year out of it. It's not a great printer. Oh, excuse me. I mean to start eating more at night. I've noticed lately that ever since I've lost even more weight, that my blood sugar dips like around 8 or 9. And I have two choices. I can either one, I can go to bed and just sleep it off, or two, if I need to stay up, I have to add some sugar to my body. It's just changes in my body are happening. Good changes though. My live stream almost crashed. Uh-oh. Well, can't do anything about it. YouTube still hasn't worked all the kinks out, but I have to say it's a lot better than it used to be. Eric said, I might be looking to move to Louisa County, Virginia soon. I may have already found work there too. That's awesome. Man, I'd love it if you were closer. That would be really cool. I think everybody on here would love to see Eric and I collaborate on more videos. I don't think anybody would be objectionable to that. Stephen Barber says, get my blood sugar dips down. I take glucose tablets. Might want to try that. I get the Walmart brand. Yeah, I do still have some of those from back when I was technically a borderline diabetic. That's a good idea. I'll look into those. I may have them lying around somewhere still. I really don't know. If not, I bet my dad has a few somewhere. Evan asks, what do you think of modern instant cameras like the old Kodak cameras? They're gimmicky. I saw a gentleman do a review. He does Amazon pallet. He buys Amazon pallets. He got a whole bunch of them in a pallet. And originally he thought they were going to be worth like $80 to $100 because that's what Amazon sells them for. He was lucky to clear like 30 or $40 a piece for them. People will buy them, but I mean, they're no better than the old Polaroids used to be. And a lot of people might be nostalgic for the Polaroids. And they were nice because at the time, that was the only way you get an instant photo. You know, nowadays you can take a SD card out of your camera, put it in your computer, and print it out. But I'm telling you, those old Polaroid pictures were bad looking for the most part. You were lucky if you got a good photo because they were fixed focus. They had plastic lenses. I mean, those two things right there were a recipe for disaster. Who did I vote for in the local election, if you don't mind speaking about that stuff? You wouldn't know who they are anyway. It was just a local seat that was available, and actually, I wrote it in. I actually wrote in somebody's name because I didn't like the people that were on the ballot. Eric says, I'm looking in the Lake Anna area. I know the maintenance manager at the Pepsi plant about 20 minutes from there. That'd be awesome. I'm still considering moving away and getting my own place, but that's going to be put on hold until next year when I find out if the gentleman, my uncle's neighbor, is going to finish that house so I can rent it. Hopefully that'll happen. I'm not holding my breath, though. It might take him a little while. I got the photo from Charlie. Oh, nice. Old digital brand laptops. Those would be fun to play around with. Yeah, I just don't, honestly just do not have time to mess around with old computers like I used to. I'm too busy trying to get my life together right now. Really trying to grow this YouTube channel. I'd love to get some input on things you'd like me to do to improve the quality of these videos. I know you guys enjoy it, and I enjoy doing it now and the way it is, but I'd like to kind of grow it a little bit. Ideally, I would love to have YouTube be my #1 income earner, and then have the computers be like a sideline. But for right now, the computer business is my primary source of income. YouTube is the tertiary one. Are you yawning, Mr. Baxter? Look how cute he is. What you doing, buddy? I'm surprised he's being that calm. He usually doesn't like it when he's shut in here, and right now they are both shut in this room. Good boy, Bax. Silly cats. .500 series. One has Windows 95, and the other has 98. I'm assuming probably first edition. Nice, Charlie. I hope you get a lot of good use out of those. I'm sure you'll find something to use them for. Yeah. Jonathan says that I should look into making a Discord channel. I know people that have done that, and I don't know if it's really my thing, to be honest with you. It may not be a bad idea, because then you guys could interact a little bit more. Again, we'll have to see. Eric wants to get back to his roots because he went through the country. Yeah, I was a country boy myself. Even though I'm from New York, I was from the country part of New York. About an hour and 15 minutes out of the city, there is nothing. It is all farmland, small suburban houses, and that's about it. And where I used to live, there wasn't even a grocery store technically in like 10, 15 miles of my house. Let's try something here. Come on, Darcy. You being cute? What you do? How about coming over today, huh? Okay. I know you're a little camera shy. Go say hi. Go say hi. Here's Mr. Baxter, everybody. You guys hardly ever get to see him. What you doing? What you doing, buddy? You're a good cat. You're a good cat when you want to be. We call him B for short. Look at the markings on his head. Good boy. I'll tell you a little trick. If you guys know about cats, if you want to hold a cat and have them calm down, you grab the scruff of their neck like this. Here, let me see if I can get him resituated here. There we go. You grab the scruff of their neck, and it immobilizes them. Now, this does not hurt them. They don't have any nerves in the back of their neck. You see how he's kind of got that surprised but kind of content look on his face? That's how the mothers actually hold their kittens when they're young. They'll actually pick them up like that. So if you ever want your cat to calm down quickly, just grab them by the scruff of the neck. And that's actually good for multiple things. We'll do this like when we're trying to cut their nails. I'll hold them like this, and then mom will cut the nails, or vice versa. Or if they're taking a bath and they really start to freak out in the tub, I can go ahead and grab the scruff of the neck, and they will instantly calm down. So just a top tip for those of you that are cat owners out there. Good boy. Good boy. Ethan123 says, "Damn, Matt, lost a lot of weight." Yes, I did. Thank you for noticing. I always like it when people comment about my weight loss. That's a big deal for me. That's been my life for the past year and a half now, and probably will continue to be that for another year or so until I finally get down to my new goal weight, which is 220 pounds. Nobody. He's tolerating it. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. All right. I'm going to put you down. I'm going to put you over on the bed. There you go, bud. You got to be careful. Like he just scratched me trying to get off. Class of mobile home. We have 3 cats, 3 girls, and 1 boy. Yeah, not bad. I think I could handle 3 cats. 4, I don't know. They'd be tearing the house up like you wouldn't believe here. Ethan B123. I have had to struggle with weight myself for a long time. So have I. That's pretty much why I did this. And if you look at my older videos, they'll explain to you how I actually did this. But just kind of just summarize it, a lot of exercise, cutting back on the amount I eat, and changing up my diet. In other words, I don't eat all the junk food that I used to. For breakfast, I usually have oatmeal, a banana, and a cup or 2 of coffee. Then for lunch, I'll have a sandwich and a bowl of homemade soup, usually vegetable beef or my 15-bean soup. And then I'll have a sensible dinner. And throughout the day, I'll try to get up to about 20 to 30,000 steps. So I'd walk about 10 miles a day. And just by doing that, I've been able to shed over 100 pounds, actually more like 120 pounds in slightly over a year. And if I can do it, you guys can do it too. It's hard. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it can be done. Charlie Lipinski says, I'm 230 pounds. That doesn't sound too bad. Charlie, how tall are you? Are you about 6 feet? I watched your videos of why people are so obese, and everything you said was facts. And I've lost 40 pounds. It's hard, but you're doing it, and that's what's important. I've done a lot of research, lots and lots of research, trying to figure out the best way to lose weight. And at the end of the day, I took what I learned doing the research, and also what I learned over the 25, 30 years that I tried to keep my weight down, compiled that together, and that's how I made this successful plan to lose weight. And we're not calling it a diet, it's a lifestyle change. 5'11", and I have to look that up. 5'11" and 230 pounds. Hi, Baxter. I'm getting sucked up too. You're not too bad. If I do the BMI calculator, you're right on the borderline, kind of like I am, between where they say overweight and obese. But don't be afraid. That's not too bad. Your ideal weight, Charlie, just to give you an estimate here. be about 180 to 190 pounds, depending on your frame. So you're not that bad, 10, 20, 30, 40. You lose about 50 pounds, you're actually right at your ideal weight. And it can be done. If I lost 100 pounds in a year, you could probably lose 50 pounds in 6 months. Yeah, I'm surprised. Honestly, Charlie, I've seen your videos and you don't look heavy at all. Not to me, anyway. Ethan says, when I was 16, it was at my heaviest weight ever. It was 255. I said, gotta lose this weight, and I've lost 40 pounds. I'm trying to get to 180. Yeah, as long as you're reaching your goals, that's the most important thing. You probably know what your ideal weight should be. If not, just contact me and I'll do what I just did with Charlie Lipinski, and we'll figure it out together. Charlie, you say you do 10,000 steps a day. That's good. That's what you need to do to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Now, if you want to lose weight, try to step it up a little bit. I'm not saying go and do 20, 30,000 steps a day like I do right now, but maybe start by doing 12,000. And when you feel comfortable doing that, up it to 14. And do it incrementally. If you do it incrementally, then it's not going to feel like such a burden. You'll actually have fun doing it. I find so many interesting ways to exercise. In the morning, I wake up, eat my breakfast, and then I march in place a little bit. I do the military march. Give you an example. This morning, my dad and I went out to breakfast like we do every Saturday. We went to Nick's. And instead of driving back home, I walked home. It was about 4 miles. So I was able to work off my breakfast and then some. And it's actually a good thing I did because, believe it or not, we ate there twice. I ate there for breakfast and for lunch, too, because Nick made his famous stuffed cabbage, which he only does once in a while. And I absolutely had to have that. It is so good. Well, thank you, Ethan. I'm glad that you're commenting. I love it when people comment. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it. I can be a shy person when I comment on other people's channels, but I love it when you guys interact with me. Heck, that's the only way we can make for successful live streams. Yeah, Charlie, I think when we're younger, we always can do more steps. But believe it or not, you can condition yourself to do the same amount of steps that you did when you were younger. I'm 35 and I'm in the best shape of my life. I could easily run a marathon right now if I wanted to. When I could never do that even when I was 15, 20, 25. There are guys out there in their 70s now that are in as good a shape as I am, if not even a little bit better. Age really doesn't matter unless you have a chronic condition that prevents you from working out, maybe like osteoporosis or rheumatoid arthritis. But if you don't have a chronic condition, you can build yourself up. I don't care how old you are. What's my weight right now? About 238, 239. I'd get on the scale, but you never weigh yourself at night because when you weigh yourself at night, you always weigh more. You have to wait for your body to process that food overnight. Maybe have a BM in the morning and then weigh yourself, and that's a true representation of your weight. Eric says, I turned 34 tomorrow. I'm better than I was 5 years ago, but I have a long way to go. You know what? Again, you got to set short-term goals for yourself. Don't say, "Oh, I'm 300 pounds. I want to get down to 200 pounds. That's my goal." Don't do it because you're going to fail. When I started my weight loss, and that was right around when I was 320 pounds. I set a goal of 280 by, I think it was Christmas time. and amending that. I said, okay, next is going to be 260, hit the 260 mark, and then 240 was my ultimate goal, and I just hit that. You got to do it incrementally, small incremental goals, and it'll be a lot easier than looking at that big picture saying, oh, I got to lose 100 pounds. I'll never be able to do it. Believe me, you'll be able to do it. All right, Charlie, catch you on the next live stream. I'm 210. You're about to catch up with me. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever be 210. My doctor says that anything under 220 for me would not be healthy. So 220 is where I'm going to stop. I mean, that's it. That's as much weight as I'm going to lose. So at the most, I need to lose about another 18 to 20 pounds. And I know I can do that. It all depends on your height. The taller you are, the more you're going to weigh. And I am a very large framed person. I was shocked because I actually started feeling my hip bones starting to protrude on the side, and I'm like, boy, I really want to be less wide than that. But the doctor's like, sorry, you can't do it. It's just the way your body's designed. I'll take a rain check on the chat, Charlie. I apologize. I'm just really tired. I had a full day today and then some. It's not only walking all those steps, but working about 3 hours on my vehicle and my mother's. So take a rain check. We'll do it. We'll do it though. Eric said, when I was 225, people kept asking if I had cancer. Yeah, I could see that because Eric, you're a big bone guy like I am. Wow. I can't even remember the last time I was 225. It was probably when I was in middle school, to be honest with you. It is just amazing how time flies. I'm watching a Facebook video of my an old associate I used to work with. I guess it's his kids. And a kid was going, yeah, 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 yeah. That's funny. I don't know why. Ruben and Steven say the stream is lagging. Can you guys see all right now? Wow, at 150 pounds, I would probably be dead. My uncle is 150 pounds, and he is a string bean. And I hope my uncle doesn't mind me saying that, but he is really thin. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. You know how YouTube can be. We'll have to press on. It could be my internet. I don't know. Well, I think this might be a good time to end it because everybody says they're having a hard time watching it. It's being laggy. So please continue to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the live stream tomorrow. And as always,